Hi, Katie from Katie's Homeschool Cottage. First time I'm doing a live Facebook video. I wanted to just hop on here for a second because we've been getting a lot of questions about unit studies and how to use them with multiple age levels in a family. Now, I prefer to usually purchase a unit study that has a broad range level of ages that I can use it with because it tends to be more economical instead of buying all separate ages for the different age levels in a family. And I also prefer to do a unit study because it covers different subject areas and it has different options as far as activities and what's involved. So you have more flexibility as well with the multiple ages as to what each child will do during that unit study. Now, if you have younger ages and they're all in the early elementary years, then that's when you're going to sit with them and work with them as a small group together, and you'll be probably doing the same tasks at the same time. And you can either choose yourself and plan it all out depending upon what you like to do, or you can maybe give them a couple of options because it's good to give them a buy-in into what they're learning, and they're going to be more interested that way. And it also helps them to develop the skills of making choices and weighing choices. So you can give them a couple of options to choose from. I wouldn't give them a whole list. That will be overwhelming. So I would give them just a couple of options as far as what they would find interesting to do in that certain segment of the unit study. Now, if you have a broader range, let's say elementary, maybe upper elementary, maybe middle school, then you would go ahead and either work with the littles or work with the whole group of kids at one time and let them all kind of have a vote maybe on what to work on. Or you can work with the littles and then allow the older children sitting with you decide what portion of the unit study or activity they want to do. And you can have them start working independently, which is always a great skill to start working on even in the upper elementary levels. And then again, they would be more interested in what they're studying and working on if you're going to give them a choice. So if they want to separate from the younger ones in your family, then that gives them a chance to work on something that they feel they're interested in. Then when they're done, you can allow them to report back to the family and show everyone what they've learned, which they're going to be really proud of what they've accomplished. And they're going to be the teacher. And if there's one thing that I've learned after being in the classroom for years is that kids love to be the teacher. And even in high school, I let my students take turns sometimes even teaching a grammar role to the rest of the class. And they really ran with it. It was fun and it was interesting because it was different. It was somebody different than me teaching for a change. And then they actually had to really learn their content because they're going to teach it to the rest of the kids. So for older kids, even starting in the upper elementary, middle school, especially high school, give them that option to learn independently on something in a unit study and then teach the rest of the family, and they can come up with an activity around their choice that they've learned about and that they're teaching. They can come up with maybe a little, assignment to work on. They can come up with, their own little lesson plans and even visual aids that they're going to be teaching with. And they enjoy that because that, again, it's something different for them. And they are going to learn the content because, again, they're the teacher. So giving that independent study opportunity to the upper elementary, the middle school, and the high school is a great way to affirm their learning, have them more excited and interested in what they're learning, and gives them that independent study that they're going to have to develop. Now, if you have a wide range and you have littles and all the way up to middle school and high school, then again, you would work with the littles, but then allow the middle school and high school not only to maybe pick something from the unit study, and I'll use this Christmas Around the World unit study that I've just launched off as an example. If you come across a topic, let's say one of the topics in the unit study for Christmas is the Christmas Carol Silent Night, Holy Night. And there's a story that goes along with that during World War I, when supposedly the soldiers on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, they had a ceasefire, and on some battlefields, not all of them. And they actually were singing these Christmas carols. And it would be fun for the older kids to maybe do a little research on that. Or another topic of research might be, how come even Africa has British influences in some of their Christmas traditions? And again, that they would be researching colonialism. And so you can have rabbit trails, even with something like Christmas traditions around the world. If something comes up in your studies, well, why? Why would Africa have some British influences? And you can assign the high schooler to go and find that information and then teach the rest of the family on that. So rabbit trails is another way to get that older child involved in these unit studies. And again, they're going to be an authority on that topic by the time they're all done. So don't be afraid of unit studies with multiple age levels. Just try to look for a unit study that tries to embrace all age levels. And you have many opportunities to allow those other kids that are in the upper age levels in your family to branch off and experiment and research and then become the teacher. And that's a great skill, because in high school you want to develop those independent study patterns. So I don't know if I have anybody watching right now. No, I don't. I did have somebody. So, because I didn't announce this is just a trial run for me. So let me know though in the comments section if you have any questions at all about unit studies and how you can use them with multiple age levels, how to be flexible with the unit studies. I'm going to be writing a post about this at Katie's Homeschool Cottage. I'm going to be linking that in the comments section so that you can go to the post and read some more details about how to handle unit studies with multiple age levels in your homeschool. Have a great day and have a great Thanksgiving, a very blessed Thanksgiving. And make sure you come by, you get your leaf templates for your family Thanksgiving tree. Which is a tradition that we follow. And I have those up on my website for free. And I'll put a link in underneath the comment section for that as well, so that you have that handy. So thanks for watching, and have a blessed Thanksgiving.